Hello, it is Tuesday, December 2nd, and I haven't made a video for quite a while, mainly because there's not much to do with the bees. I do have one little project I want to get done today if I can. I usually put some sugar shims, some sugar bricks on all of my hives just as an insurance policy, just to make sure that they have enough food to get them through winter. They'll probably not touch much of this that I give them until early spring, and that's okay. I'm going to put it on now. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these hives and push them up next to each other so that they are right next to each other, and then I'll take some tar paper and wrap around the hives. The tar paper doesn't provide any insulation, I realize that, but it does kind of protect the hive a little bit, fends off a little bit of the drafts from the wind blowing, and they probably get a little bit of solar gain off the black tar paper, but probably more for my benefit than for the bees. But I like to do it, so I do it. And it's really all I'm going to be doing today. I am going to make sure everybody's got an entrance reducer. I'll be able to tell when I put these sugar boards on whether or not the hive's alive, and not too worried. I think most of them are alive, so I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Other than that, that's probably all I'm really going to do today. It's cold. We're 35 or something here. Not going to get much warmer than this for probably till March. We might have a few days here and there that are relatively nice, but for the most part, this is what it's going to be. Things have been just extremely busy for me lately. We did a local holly fair is what we call it here, and had a pretty good turnout with honey and some of the stuff my wife does. So did pretty well. So that was good, but it was a lot of work. And just life in general, things have gotten busy. I've got a big change in my life that maybe I'll make an announcement in a different video, but big change in my life, and it's going to be good. So I'm going to get to this and get these wrapped up and move on to the next yard so I can be done today, hopefully. That's the idea. And there we go. Got them all buttoned up. Sugar shims on them. If you noticed when I put the sugar shims. Those are the shims that I've made, and they have roughly about 5 pounds of sugar in them, and then they have a 2-inch pink foam insulation on top. So my winter configuration is 3 mediums. The top 2 mediums should be pretty much just packed with honey, and then I have a bubble wrap, just the Reflectix, and that Reflectix has a hole in the middle, and then I put my sugar shim on top. When I made my sugar shims, I leave a hole right in the middle of it so that the bees can come up through and access the sugar. Then on top of that gets the 2-inch foam insulation, and then the top lid, and then I wrap everything with tar paper. Yes, some of my shims aren't tall enough for the 2-inch insulation, but that's okay. With the wraps on top of them, it's not a problem. That insulation fits nice and snug in those shims, so shouldn't be really letting any air come through. Plus the bubble wraps there, it's already pretty well sealing up around the edges of the hive. So that seems to be a pretty good winter setup for me. Obviously, if you're in a warm area, you probably don't have to do that. And I have gone years without putting sugar shims on, and I've gone years without doing the wrapping with the tar paper, and my bees made it. I do this as, I kind of consider it as a cheap insurance policy. A few pounds of sugar and some tar paper. If that gives them just the added edge that they need to get through winter, great. Come spring, some of these hives will have eaten all that sugar, and I'll have to give them some more in end of February, 1st of March, and other hives won't hardly even touch the sugar. So, and I'm okay either way. If they don't use the sugar, I'll just take the sugar and add some boiling water and make syrup out of it for spring. So I'm not out anything at all. It's going to get cold here, and hopefully this is really the last I'm going to do with my bees for the rest of the year. Probably until, January, February, before I even do much. I may come out and brush off the snow off the entrances if we get snow. Some years we do, some years we don't. But cold we always get. So hopefully the bees are in pretty good shape. I think so. From what I can tell, all of these are alive. I could hear bees buzzing down in all of them. And you saw this one here on the end right here. It's, yeah, as soon as I touched the hive, they were coming right out at me. But they weren't bumping me. They weren't doing anything. They were just, in fact, I got one lady here. She's probably a little bit cold, but it is what it is. We'll just let them be, and hopefully we have some bees come spring. Hope you're doing well, and hope you have a Merry Christmas. We'll catch you on the next one.